Hello everyone.
Hi guys.
So our live broadcast did not work on LinkedIn. We're just gonna do it. We're recording it now and we're gonna post it in like 15 minutes. So we'll be like 10-15 minutes late. So not to waste any time today, it's we're trying to simplify it, 10 to 15 minutes, defining stress, what is stress, how we can understand it in order to better absorb it, work it, and to de-stress it. We're gonna go through it quickly. We have 4 sections that we prepared and a couple of postures that Katya will be doing so that at least you can start implementing this and to reduce stress by doing a physical work. So I think we'll start by
defining stress. So, and then we will go to the solutions of how to what to do with our body to properly respond to it. So, what is stress and where it comes from? This is a simple signal of alert in our body. I don't know, maybe you've seen the videos with cats when they get scared, like they round up and immediately jump. So what's happening is that all our energy in our body, all our attention goes to the limbs, to the extremities, because the alert means something is happening. We need to run, we need to jump, or we need to hide, fight or flight mode. So this is what actually happening, and the signals in our body, they are very simple. So we don't know that it's just an email, this ding ding from your notification from your boss, even if it's like happy birthday or I don't know, like it's an alert. So this is what is happening in our body. We have an increased heart rate. All the blood comes to extremities. Brain becomes very high alert. All the energy goes to sympathetic system, which is the movement, the response, the mobility, and all the parasympathetic vegetative organs, they struggle at this moment because you need to run, you don't need to digest the food.
So this is the example between the old stress, which was having a danger. We always give the example of the mammoth or of the lion that you see it. When you see a danger broadcasted to hundreds of years ago, it is you need to either fight that danger or to run away and hide. Everybody knows the fight flight mode. So once you fight and you finish the fight, you are in stress during the fight. You finish the fight, you de-stress. So there was this moment of 2, 5, 10 minutes of stress, then you de-stress. But today the stress is ongoing, as Katya said. An email, you stress. A notification, you stress. So we are all the time, our body, we're putting in that fighting mode or flight mode, and we're not letting it go to the vegetative resting so that it regenerates.
Also, it is important to mention that actually the thoughts that we produce, our brain does not make difference between reality and the thoughts. So even the thought of the alertness that has happened or might have happened looping in our head brings back this alert mode to our body.
Yeah, so the body stays in that stress mode just by the idea. And here it gives me a reminder, what are these déclencheurs, these triggers to the stress? Very clearly there are a couple of ones. Something new is stressing for us because our reaction is always built on the accumulation knowledge that we have to give us the means to deal with situations. So anything new might stress us. Anything unknown is stressing. Anything which is out of control and we don't know how to deal with it, it's stressing. The future also sometimes is stressing. So this is why these notifications that we live in, or a certain idea that we keep thinking about in the future, what would happen if I did this? What would have happened if I did this in the past? So just the mind thinking about this idea, the body reacts the same thing as if he saw a mammoth or he is following the momentum of the brain, which is prevision for the future or thinking about the past. We are in stress mode.
So yeah, and the stress mode is actually the super important evolutionary mechanism, but the things are changing, and we need to understand what is happening and how it's happening and how it affects the body, because we all hear now that yes, it's stress, it's because of the stress I have illness, but what is this link? So we spoke already that all the energy comes to the limbs and the vegetative systems suffer, and also this alertness, this mode makes you more rigid and tensed, because
And acid.
and yes, this makes you increase the acidity, the tensed muscle, the tension inside increases acidity of your inner organism and your stomach. And what also happens, the breathing suffers in this alertness mode. So you do not breathe fully, there is lack of oxygen in the body, and this also makes it more acid, and acid environment inside your body is the prerequisite of all the inflammation to continue to appear, and
Absolutely.
and so on.
An acid would cause inflammation. How do we feel it? An inflammation that we're feeling directly, and a lot of us, we've lived this, a stomach pain. You feel a burn in your stomach. You feel you are stressed in the stomach. You feel you're having bad digestion. So this acidity, which is inside our blood system and the whole organism, that we're going, the pH is going lower. As soon as we go there, with the pH going lower and the acidity getting higher, we are having lower immunity. We are having more pains because all the muscles are in acid mode. Everything is contracting, and we're not letting it have the right breathing and the right circulation for the body. As Katya said at the beginning, it's a very nice example. This crunching that happens, this cat scared, this we are exaggerating now with the movement, but the body crunches, the lungs collapse, and the stomach goes in. This is an exaggeration, but this is what's happening internally to our organs. This crunching, the muscles are stressed, and we don't feel it. Maybe we got used to some muscles, the jaw maybe pushing, lower back aches. We get used to pains, unfortunately, say, I have a lower back pain, it's been a while, or I have a neck pain, yes, it's from work. But we're here to just décortiquer, to take them one by one, and to say, okay, if this pain is that, this is how we should look at it. So at least this is defining what is stress, what happens in the body.
Also, there is emotional side of this.
Exactly.
And physiological. What also happens, it's your adrenal gland that brings this alertness mode. It gets overworked if you are often in this stress mode. So what happens, how it affects you, you are tired even after good sleeps, or in the middle of the day you feel tiredness. It exhausts you, the stress. And on the emotional level, it brings this state of like a constant panic attack in a way,
uncertainty,
yes,
anxiety,
fear, depressive states. All this is the result of not letting go of the stress within the body, or like the continuing stress that that leads to this emotional problems too.
Yeah, and all these mood swings. This is why when we asked our question, physical, mental, and emotional. Physical, we feel these physical pains in our body. Emotional, all this, some people define it as stress, others as anxiety, others as a job instability, scared of the future. All these, they fall into the same category because the body responds the same to all these. And as we said, all our endocrine system and the immunity system and the lymphatic system, everything is getting affected just by these notions and these ideas, these emails. Even just a notification for us, the body has been programmed to feel the same reaction internally to whatever is triggering from outside.
Yeah, the thing is that we can like the stress physically affects us, there is the opposite mechanism. Physically, we can affect the response of our body
Exactly.
and mild it down. We just have to be aware of this mechanism. Boom, this happened. Boom, I have the solution.
Exactly.
So, and on what's happening, from what's happening in the body, we will start searching for the solution. So we are starting with the alertness state that catches your breath. So your breathing becomes very shallow, you are looking everywhere, the brain function also gets compromised a little bit. So the first key thing is to prolong your exhalation. There is a yogic breathing when you compress a little bit the throat and exhale with sound, a little bit sipping sound. That allows you to prolong your exhalation, and this brings your mind to the speed of your breathing, to control your breathing, and just 5 to 10 cycles can considerably switch the parasympathetic reaction mode into vegetative calming down mode. So this is the first thing to remember. Try to prolong your breathing and especially exhalations. Longer exhalation, turn on vegetative systems.
And even you can just, if you want to simplify it, you can just have a long exhale from the mouth. So inhale and you feel you're filling up the belly, then the chest, and when you exhale, you take 10 breaths from this. It directly, now I just took one, I felt my mind is already calming. But with time, your body gets used to this, because the same way the body is getting on the sympathetic nervous system, what we explained before by the fight flight, all the nervous system is cranking up, it's in the sympathetic, it's in the flight mode. How to tell the body, don't worry, calm down, get back to the parasympathetic and to the calm nerve system, is by these long exhale to release the body. And I would say 5 to 10 at least, just by sitting, if you are working on your laptop or whatever, or even close the eyes. This is very important. Closing the eyes reduces 70 to 80% from the outside triggers that we are getting. So when you close the eyes, you balance and you exhale, you relax. So next one.
Next one. So we're talking about the looping of the thoughts, and these ideas are happening here in the prefrontal cortex of our brain. So a good thing will be to put some pressure, to relax. You know the child pose when you are on your knees and.
You can do it. I will shoot it from here.
Yeah. So
Like
you just go down on your knees, and the most you can put fists on each other, or just have some support and just massage mildly, or just relax the prefrontal cortex against anything.
And very important in these postures and breathing, what we described before, 80% of the nervous system is in the stomach. So what we are trying to bring back is the breathing in the stomach, as if, again, visually it helps a lot. Stressed, everything goes up. If I want to take it down, I need to breathe from the lower side of the body to bring down all this energy and stress nerves that went up. So we breathe from the belly in the posture that she just showed, and with the support here, and the focus also on the point of pressure where they are, where your hands are.
Or if it is on the chair, you are sitting on the chair, you can just lean against the table again, extending the back, or just simply massaging this point between your eyes, gently and mildly, will just relax the prefrontal cortex. It will not be thinking. It will not be thinking about how I'm gonna write the email or what.
Yeah,
It will be just. Oh my God! Somebody is massaging me. I like it. This is the only idea in your head.
Third one.
So
we will do a video with all the postures, but now we're just showing quickly what they are
and why they are working.
exactly.
So, next one. For your hands, your limbs all get the alert signal, and they need to run. So you don't need to run. You need to stay seated in front of your computer. So what you can do, just shake the hands and shake the legs. Some jumping, maybe like if you go on your back, you can shake everything off. But this is like really very, very good. Option if you jump down strongly on the ground, if your neighbors allowing you to
somewhere far from the sleeping bedroom.
So yes, just jump, shake everything off, lying down or standing, doesn't matter much, just bring this relaxation
as if you're shaking off, literally. Also we go back to the imagery, as if you're shaking off what you don't need, this whatever negative energy, the email you received that you don't want, as if you're shaking it off. Of course, not every 5 minutes you will do it, but 1, 2, 3 times a day you would feel that just one time breathing, one time taking a pause, closing the eyes, this third time maybe shaking it off. It helps you during the day to do pit stops to bring back your body to the right state of parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calm state. And also here we're gonna do it in another webinar, but how to bring mindfulness to thinking and to have clarity of thoughts, because when you're stressed, you feel all the world is collapsing and you cannot have clear thinking. You are just in reactive mode, survival mode. What we want is to transition to clarity, mindfulness, and removing the stress from that. I think this is pretty much the condensed material we wanted to share, at least just to define the stress, see what happens to the body, just for us to be able to relate, this is stress, because each one defines it his own way or her own way. This is how it is affecting the body. I'm feeling pains or emotional or mental distress, and always the solution to physical, mental and emotional disturbances is by simple 1 to 2 minute physical acts or breathing that we do, in order to bring back always the body to the relaxed parasympathetic nervous system.
Yes, and also you can, I wanted to add about the timing, like how to do it. Always listen to yourself. Take as much time as you need to relax. If it takes 3 breaths, you think it's fine, go for it. If you need 15, it also depends on the level of stress that you have. Also, I wanted to say about the full body relaxation pose that we posted already, how
Absolutely,
to do it.
yeah.
This is the
End
best
of day, after work.
Just at any moment. You can even, like, if you are just seated, just spend some time to try consciously relax your body and harmonize it. It also helps very well.
And it is by fully lying down on the ground with it's called the corpse posture, fully lying down, and all the muscles are relaxed. You can put a hand on the belly just as a repair to be able to breathe from the belly and bring, as we said, more energy to the belly and relax more the body.
So yeah, we have it on a video in 10 minutes. This practice, this simple solutions, nothing more. We can send it to you. Just let us know.
Okay.
Contact us. But this is the secrets of how to manage your stress. In
So
short words.
we will send you a recap, a couple of slides, a video as well of the postures that we said. And if you have any questions, send them over. We'll be seeing you soon. We'll be doing a lot of these, and hopefully it was beneficial for you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. No
Bye.
stress. Peace and love.